Hey guys, Kendricks here, and so we're going to do a quick analysis on a lot of the stuff that we got in the Season 15 trailer today. And yeah, so we're actually going to be using sort of a zooming in. And so let's go over with the first screenshot that I took, and that is of these guys. Now, I'm actually kind of curious as to who these guys are. Maybe they're like some kind of police force. Their armor looks really interesting. They're going for a sort of white mixed with some like gold and yellow, or yellow and green balls. And in the back, we can see Tucker. And here's no, that's actually in a later scene. But we got Tucker and we got Sarge running in the background. Now, Sarge, that doesn't look like his shotgun, although it's kind of hard to see. He went by really fast, and it was hard just to get this kind of freeze frame. So, yeah, this is kind of interesting, and it looks like the Reds and Blues, they probably weren't on the run at this point. But then we get this scene. It's right after a bunch of explosions, and you can see that Lopez and Caboose, they're just kind of like, oh, what's that? What's going on? So what I think is, there was this explosion maybe at UNSC headquarters, and the Reds and Blues were labeled as terrorists. So that's what I think is going on. And then we got this. This is the obvious thing. So a few things I want to go over. When you look at this, you only see these five characters. You got Lopez, Tucker, Sarge, Caboose, and Donut. Now, you don't see Griff, Simmons, or Doc. So, but Simmons, we'll get to him later. I didn't see Griff even once in this trailer. And neither did I see Doc, and this kind of had me worried. But they are clearly now on the run. Also, something else. I was looking in the comment sections of the video after I was done watching it, and there's a lot of hate towards Tucker right now just because he's not in the meta suit. Guys, look, I know he looked pretty awesome in the meta suit, and I would have loved to see him in action, but they're not going to show us that fight. We already know that. This is Tucker for me. Personally, I'm okay that he's not in the meta. I'm actually pretty happy he's not in the meta suit. But overall, yeah, it's kind of interesting to see him back in this. And then we have this scene where Tucker straight up kills a soldier and Donut is just watching. I don't think that's really Tucker. This might actually be a perspective of someone who's imagining a situation. It's like, this guy did this, but it doesn't make any sense, and yeah. And you can clearly see that there's a pistol on his hip. Tucker is known for having a sword there, and of course, he's holding a knife. Why would he need a knife when he has his sword, which he's made plenty of kills with? It wouldn't make any sense. So I'm assuming that this is either a hallucination or maybe someone's trying to imagine what happened during this event, and that's what's leading up to this. Over here, we get our two new characters. We have our reporter over here, and she is kind of interesting. I like the armor that they got designed for her. The light blue mixed with the white, and is that a? I don't know, what kind of weapon is that? Is that just a standard Magnum with like a skin or something? Anyway, yeah, I like the armor that she's sporting, and then we have this guy who looks like a cameraman. It looks like he's got a lot of a camera equipment on him, and it just looks really good. He's got a sort of similar armor color set, both white and blue, and I think this is pretty interesting. Then we get this scene. This one had me really, really curious. We see them sort of around a pelican, and I don't know if that's Griff with Simmons, because like it looks more like Lopez. I'm pretty sure that's Lopez, because it just wouldn't make any sense. But there we are. We have Simmons. Simmons is in the trailer, and then we got Donut over here. So there's that. But then we get this scene. All right, over here, we get Sarge. And that is clearly not his shotgun. That is actually the, I forget what it's called, the cannon thing. Shockwave cannon. I don't remember. It's been such a long time since the concussion rifle. The concussion rifle. So I'm assuming that Sarge maybe lost his shotgun after the events of Season 13. And over here, what I found was really interesting is Tucker. Or maybe it's not Tucker, because once again, there's a pistol on the hip, and he has a sniper rifle, but he could have lost his sword for Who knows, whatever reason. But it's interesting to see that we have Tucker over here, and he's walking around with a sniper rifle, of all things. Over here, we actually get something kind of interesting where we see it's all the files that Church or Epsilon made during the whole Chorus trilogy that he left to the predecessors. There's a title placeholder, and it's actually too small for us to read, which kind of bugs me. Colored Space Marines Stop Corruption picture, which I was pretty happy to see that, because it shows that, you know, our new reporter is looking thoroughly into this, and we get this thing over here. She's clearly talking to her boss. Let's focus in. And Grumpy McBossy Pants, which I thought was kind of funny when I saw it. And then, of course, we get over to this. A sort of glimpse of Tucker with the sniper rifle. Once again, I don't think that this is what's going to happen. It's so weird seeing Tucker with the sniper rifle. And, of course, we got Lopez with a machine gun. Do I even need to question it? It's Lopez and a machine gun. Who cares? This is pretty interesting because it means that they're probably in some kind of firefight. They're probably in a situation that they're not used to. And we get this guy. I don't know who this is. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is a male character. It's hard to tell. This is the only screenshot we have of this person. But I heard someone else say, you know, they look a little small for a male character. So it's probably Sister. And there's just a male voice like being played over for whatever reason. And then we get this. We see the Reds and Blues. And we got Tucker, Lopez, Sarge, Donut, and Caboose. And it looks like they're waiting for someone to get off of a ship. As of this moment, we actually don't know who's there. It could be pretty much anyone. And then this. Let's zoom in on that name right there. The Mother of Invention. Holy crap, guys. This person actually finds a Mother of Invention. This is absolutely insane. I don't know if this is actually in Halo 5 or if they photoshopped it in or something. But dude, that is epic, and I cannot wait to figure that one out. Then we move on to this guy. Now this guy, I'm assuming, is probably the boss of our two reporters. I think he's got an okay design. He looks okay. I don't know. He looks kind of interesting, kind of intimidating, but he's actually got a full-on rifle, so he may not be their like editor or whatever. He's probably a soldier or the guy in charge, perhaps the new chairman or something. I don't know. And we get Sarge with the drawing a blank on the name here. Concussion rifle. God. And this is the closest close-up that we're actually going to get of it. And it is clearly Sarge holding it. And it just makes me wonder, you know, where's his shotgun? Did it get destroyed in the fight? There are answers that need to be, you know, solved. Then we got this ship over here. It looks like it's actually searching for Tucker. Let's focus in on that a little bit. And it's kind of interesting. I've not seen the ship. I haven't played a lot of Halo 5. But this ship is clearly looking for someone. And Tucker, he looks like he's on guard. He's like, come at me. Come at me. Oh, please leave me alone. And then this guy. I don't know who this guy is. No one knows who this guy is. Let's get to zoom in on that visor. I'm kidding. This guy, if I had to guess, he is probably our main villain for Season 15. And that design, just picking that specific helmet, I think is a great choice. He's got the whole black and red motif going on. Now, he could be an ally. We don't know anything about him, so... Then we got Tucker up here. It looks like he actually got onto that ship and then threw the pilot out. Tucker threw a pilot out, and this time the sword is there. So it is highly possible that whoever's been Tucker so far in the trailer probably wasn't him, because there was a gun there, and Tucker uses a sword, so... And another screenshot of Simmons. Yeah, it's just... Wow. Alright, stuff is like popping up on my computer. And we get this scene. This scene where it's clearly Caboose, because Caboose is known for having the Mark V helmet because that's his helmet. And we got Sarge, and you can tell it's Sarge because it's a concussion rifle again. And that's just, I guess, becoming his primary weapon. Now, what was interesting was we couldn't figure out who this guy was because the entire scene with this person taking off their helmet or putting it on, it's either taking it off or putting it on, which means we're going to see a face or something close to that. You actually can't tell unless you know invert colors like that. But thanks to a little something else that we know called, you know, editing equipment. Boom! It's Tucker! Tucker messing with his helmet. And we can see we got Donut in the background, just a little bit of pink there. And, oh! Wait, no, that's Tucker's color. But wait, if that's Tucker's color, then... I'm just now realizing this. Is this Church? Is Church back? The time loops. Oh my god, the time loops. In Season 3, Church had time loops, which means he left behind different versions of Alpha, which could mean that the yellow one from earlier was Sister from Caboose's mind because it got trapped there too. This could be one of the Alpha clones. Oh my god. But then that wouldn't make any sense because it would be a robotic body. I mean, it's completely Church's color, so... I really don't know what to think. I really don't. That's insane. And I'm assuming that this is Blood Gulch. Like, it's... I think this is an actual map in Halo 5. But looking at it, it just looks like Blood Gulch. Kind of in flip, like, reverse a little bit. It actually looks more like the Forge Blood Gulch from Reach. But, yeah, that is it. This, however, has now got my full attention. Holy shit. Who is this guy? It's like, because we got Tucker's colored legs over here. So, wow. Guys, this trailer was lit. Oh man, I am so glad I did this analysis because I never would have, if I hadn't been zooming in, I never would have noticed this. That is so epic. Like, there's so much to go off of in this trailer and so many things to talk about. So yeah, this is probably one of, like, the sister clone that had Church's voice from Season 5, and, like, from Caboose's mind, or maybe it actually is Sister. I don't know. And it just looks like we have a lot of stuff going on, especially with the big thing being that the Reds and Blues are now wanted. So, just holy damn. So yeah, just straight up insanity. Like, I'm so glad I did this because I never would have noticed all that if I hadn't. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below because this season is hype and it hasn't even started yet. Be sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Share this with as many people as you can. I greatly appreciate it. I've been Ketich as always, people. Have an awesome day. Peace out, and I'll catch y'all later.